Like a 4-1 to keep us suffering in Workington, 5-1 away again previous Saturday. So similar scorelines, but there was more in this performance to admire, would you agree?
You know what it is? We've had a manic first 10 minutes, we just talked about in the changing rooms. And to be fair to our keeper Matty, he's put his hand up and he says, goals. They've had, I know he's made 2 or 3 good saves, but he's put his hand up, and you know, and that's a character how he is, and it's individual errors, and I think we're making individual errors. It's costing us. You know, we just said there, we've got ourselves back in the game at 2-1. We've created another chance just after that. We've then had a throw in across here. We've given the ball away. They've got a free kick off the back of it, and we've conceded a poor goal from a free kick. And then we've kind of been on the back foot, and they've went and got another one. We've got a fourth. Again, individual errors. We've questioned the fitness level of the lads, and people will say, well, that's up to the management, but we've tried to work on fitness since I've come in, trying to push them a little bit more and a little bit more. And what's always been in the teams that I've run in the past at Blythe Town has been the last 20 minutes. Last 20 minutes, if we're in a game, we will take the game to teams, and you've seen it today. We've had a game of grasp on it, had a little bit of a foothold in it. Liam Burke, brilliant in midfield for a young lad. Devs is marshal it in front. Shea's been all over the park doing his bit. We had a balance to it, but again, it's just errors, and the individual errors are costing us week in, week out.
Yeah, that was very familiar from last Saturday.
Yeah,
Palmer Bridge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we did have more of the ball in this game than the previous Saturday. We did take the game through.
Well, we've had 3, haven't we? The keeper's made a brilliant save off Chaz. He's made a brilliant save off Liam Burke one-on-one he's been one-on-one, and he's even seen as a young lad should have took it. And I think we've had a third chance that we should have done better with. You know, and fair play to their management, they've just turned around there and said, you know, it could have easily been 2-2, or we could have been 3-2 up going into half time. But again, it's all ifs and buts all the time. And to be brutally honest, it's again just that heart and desire in the last 20 minutes of the game. Again, we look tired. We look tired, and a little bit tomorrow. I think the third one's went in, and it's not the stuffing out of us, hasn't it, from the free kick. But again, it's come from an error of not from our throwing. And how many times has that happened? I think equaliser against, and the goal against Stockton came from our throwing. We've given the ball away, it's bounced once, and the lads put it in the top corner. We've ended up getting beat 1-0. And again, just individual errors, you know. And we've just said to the lads, well, we've got a little bit of a time to turn around, not much of a time to turn around, and we'll go again Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, we give ourselves a mountain to climb like we've done a few times this season, conceding this game 2 goals within 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And after that, you know, you need a lot of heart. The lads did show that.
Yeah, it did. I think it was the shock again, wasn't it? I mean, we've got a new centre half in because all the centre halves away. We're ravaged by injuries. So you're trying to put players into a team and trying to mould it, which is hard, you know, when you're under pressure. And you know, I'm not going to stand here and I'm not going to criticise my players at all, because they're giving the best they can, you know. And again, as manager, you take responsibility for it. But I saw a lot of positives. I thought Liam Burke just lit the game for what he did in midfield. You know, I'm a young lad at this level. Charlie Whittaker coming on. Great, you know, it's great to see young Charlie Aiken, excellent, you know, work rate and desire. Young Joel Hovey and Joe Oliver, again, young fullbacks, you know, like they learn the trade at a high level in a struggling team. So, you know, we're not going to go in there and have a right go at them, and we haven't. We've just looked at the points and the goals that we conceded and what we need to get better at. And again, it's just individual errors. And as Matty says, the keeper, he says, you know, another day we don't concede any goals. You know, and I think that first goal from the cross, it's not the stuffing off his knees. We've shouted forward, we haven't went forward, balls went across, lads scored at the back post, and suddenly we've got a mountain to climb early doors. But I thought the structure was much better. I thought the midfield was better than what we did. But again, people look at the scoreline, don't they, and say 2-1, you're thinking we're in it, and then 4-1, you're like, come on, here we go again.
Yeah, we're back at 2-1, as you just said, and it was a well built up and taken goal.
Yeah. Well, it's something that Colin came in on Thursday, and we said we're going to have more of it, which the structure I've had and add a little bit more meat to the bones. We're going to try to get midfielders in the box and try to play a higher press. And you know what happens? Shea goes and scores a goal, and off the back of it, you know. But again, you're looking at things where we're hoping to bring 2 or 3 lads in, signings this week before Tuesday, just to give us a little bit of a boost. Because at the minute we've got some tired legs and we've got lads playing with little injuries and knocks, and you can see it in the game. But you know, again, it's so disappointing because what we really felt today we would have a positive performance, and in the end it just hasn't happened. So again, I'd like to thank the fans for travelling. You know, another good contingent. You know, and I know the back end would be hurting again, like we all are. It's a process, and if people kind of get on board, which 99% of people have, it will turn. But it takes time. These are young lads who are learning the trade. We're going to give them opportunities. Fair play. We would have brought maybe another 3 or 4 under 19s in today, but there's a lot of Nashi and Fenton are dealing with a lot of injuries at the minute. So you know we managed to get Whittaker in. Leon Burke was there again, and you know, and young Robbie, and you know it's good. You know, and they get that little bit of experience, and hopefully it'll help them for the future.
Well, we've got the momentum, the element of momentum to take into the next 2 games, which are both home games, aren't they?
Yeah.
Tuesday and Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll be looking for something.
Yeah, well, we're all Gainsborough, don't
today.
we? We're all Gainsborough, because that performance in the first half, and rightly so when Tony had his bit at the end of the game, and rightly so, because the work rate and desire. What I would say is, I think there was work rate and desire today. I think the basics that we demand, your energy, they were there to be seen, but we've made individual errors, and when you make individual errors, it costs you games, and we have been hit. Sometimes they might have a head at the back post that goes wide. Today they've had it, the balls went across, keeper shouted forward, it went across the box, and the lads put it in the back post. And you know, and you can't legislate for that, you can't coach that. That's just, you know, you're either going to have the luck or you're not going to have the luck. And today, again, it's so disappointing, but I saw a lot of good things and positives, especially with the younger lads, that and some of the older lads' performances that I would kind of take heart from. And let's go again Tuesday. Let's get the crowd behind us. Everybody's hurting. That dressing room's hurting, and they had words last Saturday after the game, and they've had a few words in there, and they've listened to what we've all 3 of us had to say. And you know, and I would agree with their manager when he came over. Like we've had enough chances in that first half to be level, or not ahead. I know they've had opportunities as well, but we've had chances, and it's those moments in football. And at the minute, those moments aren't going for us. And when that happens in football, I'm afraid you lose games. And you know, I said this before when I came in, and I said this to the lads a few weeks ago. I said, you know, I feel like I've run over a black cat and I've reversed over it because we're carrying no luck. But again, got to cut out individual errors. We cut out individual errors. I'm seeing enough things there for us to push on.
Brilliant. Thank you, Michael.
No problem. Thank you.